Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another outstanding What's Going to Be interview with Rani Cholagh. He is here with Pacific Health Group in our series of vendors, sponsors, and panelists that are going to be at the Casa Hacienda wellness event on Saturday, January 31st. I'm so excited to have Rani here today because not only your eyes are not deceiving you. We are not the same person. We might look alike, but we're completely two different people, and I'm excited that you're going to learn more about Rani today and also what he'll be doing at Casa Hacienda on Saturday, January 31st. Rani, thanks for coming in, man.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate this opportunity and the space and the conversation. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to our communities and our constituents that we serve as well. Man, I mean, where am I going to start?
Well, I think so. There's a variety of things happening at Casa Hacienda on Saturday, 31st. We got like the financial health stuff we're talking about. We got personal nutrition and personal health, business health, and overall like well-being into the communities and feeding the neighborhoods that we live and work in. So let's talk a little bit about like your company history. Like, what do you guys actually do, and what are you going to be talking about coming up at the event?
Well, for start, I am the leader of strategic partnerships for Pacific Health Group. We are a state-funded and state-contracted CalAIM enhanced care management provider. We provide all kinds of services, almost everything you can think of, with the population to focus on everyone. So we don't limit who we can work with. We work on state mandates and state regulations. So we have a little bit more leverage on how we do things and what we need to do the right thing for our individuals that we serve.
So right now, like I've noticed things have changed in like social space and even among like friends and peer groups where people are a little bit more upfront and honest about what's going on in their life, about things that maybe 5 or 10 years ago, we kind of would be maybe more private or like a little more reserved, keep it to ourselves. I've had a number of people come through that have shared their own experience from their organization, their company, saying that, yeah, we have a lot more people being more upfront these days. I'm not sure what you would chalk that up to. I think there's a cultural change happening because of social media, people being honest about what they're going through, whatever. But I think people just honestly want help. Like, what does that look like for you guys?
Help is needed when you have the right support, right? When you have the right support and people that actually care, because you can't teach care to anybody. You can guide people, but you can't teach anyone how to care. That comes from the heart. That comes from the passion. That comes from actually wanting to do the right thing. And in order to do the right thing, it takes you. I'm going to go backtrack a little bit on what Mark Twain says. I'm going to bust out a quote. Okay. Two of the most important days of your life are, one, the first day, the day you find out, the day you were born. And then the second one is the day you find out why. And so we all have a purpose for being here, right? We all have a purpose, but what is your purpose to your practice? And then that eliminates the factor of going into why you're here. When you find out why, then everything is sky's the limit. But it also takes support and encouragement to find that why. Once you find out what your why is, life is limitless. But we're here to do the right thing. We're here to do what we need to do to collaboratively as a community wellness event. When we say wellness, we need to bridge that wellness together, right? And by bridging it together, we have to identify pain points together, right, as a community, because in order to break bread together, we got to help the communities rise together. We have to pour into each other's cup. And that's what, I mean, not to kind of sidetrack off of what you just asked me, people are more open nowadays. Some are, a majority are not, from what I see. Stigma is a major barrier right now. That's the situation. It just seems like a lot of cultures are very, very not optimistic to speaking up, afraid to speak up because of what people think, right? Social media has a lot of impact on that too.
Yeah.
You know, because people only see the good things out of people in social media, but they don't really see what is really going on inside that person.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a mindset type of thing. And if we can eliminate barriers to help people speak up more, then we can find out exactly what issues are arising in these individuals.
So from your experience then, speaking of like removing barriers, what are some of the things that you feel or you've experienced on the front lines that are in the way of people getting the help, or maybe I think of this in kind of bi-directionally, maybe asking for the help. Like, why won't they ask for help? Okay, let's put that part. And then there's the help that's available. How come people don't know about it?
Okay.
Like, let's talk about that a little bit.
Why they don't ask for help, I'll be real clear and straight up on that one. Because these people have been burned out. A lot of organizations have burned people out. They've overpromised. They've continuously said that we're going to help, we're going to support, we're going to show up, we're going to show out. And guess what? They don't follow through. If organizations and individuals follow through, that's how trust compounds. But the problem is people right now are not willing to speak up like they used to because organizations have made promises, like I said, and have not followed through.
Wow.
And that's the most important aspect of getting through to these people and actually getting them to open up again. I was a street outreach program manager, so I worked around the streets quite a bit, helping unhoused individuals. Our people, these are our people on the streets that really needed serious help.
Yeah.
These people have been burned out over 20, 30 times by different organizations, right?
Yeah.
So who am I to them to step up and say, yeah, how you doing? My name is Ronnie. Let me see how I can help you.
Right. Like, here's the next guy trying to tell me what's what. And...
here's another guy, right? Well, then you have to build consistency, right? And the consistency factor isn't just, okay, he told me, to leave him alone right now or leave her alone right now. No, I'm going to consistently show up week after week until you know my name. And that's how you show care. Because if you don't care, you don't show up. And when you do care, you do show up. That's the difference.
It's reinforcing that cyclical part of, being told you're going to get help and then not have the help, or it's not what you're being, like you're saying, overpromise, underdeliver kind of deal.
Continuity.
Congruency, continuity. What a great term.
Yeah.
That's, well, I can already tell, like in your delivery, like you're very deliberate about why you do this and how you do this too. Like that level of standard that you carry.
Yeah.
Where's that come from?
Well,
not just identifying, okay, Andy, there's the problem, so we got to show up and do what we say we're going to do. But like, where's that come from? Like, what's motivating, you, the person, to be so compelled in this manner?
That's a great question. We all have a story in our life, right? We've all been through things. And if we don't say that we have, we're lying to each other, right? Yeah. So we all have a breaking point in our life where we either rise up or we stay comfortable, right? And what happened with me isn't necessarily a comfort zone. I was called to do this. I don't consider this a job, right? So I don't operate that way. I operate in doing what we need to do with the Mamba mentality. I'm a big Kobe Bryant fan, by the way.
Oh, come on, man.
So, that aspect of the constant quest of finding the best version of yourself, right?
That's great.
It's never too late to find that. And we have to build those skills, that mindset to deliver who you truly are inside. So did this happen overnight? No, it didn't. It happened because, number one, I'm a father. Number two, I'm a leader. Number three, I like to influence, but I like to influence for the right reasons, right? With purpose, right? Building that trust, creating outcomes. This didn't happen overnight. It just happened to be that I was called for it, right? This was something that I never asked to do, right? It was something that just naturally happened. And because it naturally happened, like I said earlier to you, you can't teach care to someone, but you can teach yourself how to maintain self-awareness and self-regulation so you can actually do the right thing for that person. When you do the right thing for that person too, it makes you feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because oftentimes, Andy, people, and we all know, people are in it for themselves. We know that. But when we're not in it for ourselves, we become better people together. And that's how we pour into each other's cup.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
My cup might be full. Your cup might be empty. If I can pour a little bit into your cup and balance that out, guess what? Life is better for all of us that way. Yeah. And so, man, I can go deep into this, to be honest with you, because number one, as someone that really believes in what I do and what our company does as well, truly, we change people's lives from A to Z. Yeah. And we don't let go. And that's part of the continuity factor, right?
Yeah.
Now,
That tenacity.
tenacity, right?
Yeah.
But the most important component to this is follow through. If there's no follow through, that creates friction and fragmentation. And that's not what we want. That's not what our people deserve. That's not what we are here for.
Yeah.
We're here to bridge that gap.
Dang,
and
man.
bridge that wellness together,
That's so good. I mean, that's so good. I mean, even you said Mama Mentality, and I immediately thought of two books right over here, both by Alan Stein Jr., who is one of Kobe's performance coaches, one called Raise Your Game, one called Sustain Your Game,
Awesome.
where he talks about all the coaching elements that went into Kobe's performance, and they're there on my bookshelf for a reason, because they're these motivators for me beyond my altruistic reasons of doing what I do. There's methodology in that of why having that tenacity gear matters in the end, because it does carry through all the things that your hands touch and your voice says and your body shows up at. And I'm just watching you like embody all this right now. I love it.
Well, and I appreciate that. And I will say, we'll add to that and say that age is not a barrier. Your mindset is.
Mm-hmm.
So when you can conform, we can help educate our people that it's never too late. It's never too late to find your why and a reason to keep going forward in life. And you keep pressing on that.
Yeah.
Again, comfort is a problem in our society these days. We have to be uncomfortable to make it in life. And even when you make it in life, you still got to stay uncomfortable, because you don't want to show too much comfort. It's like
at some point, it seems like comfort became like this goal as a success metric.
Right.
And it's completely disserving us when we get there.
Right. It is.
I was like, oh, hey, this isn't what I thought it would be.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that part. Exactly. Well, again, with comfort it allows people to not stay focused. Right. And when they get comfortable and they're not focused, they're not doing what they need to do to develop better skills for themselves. You have to continue to develop skills to become a better version of you. Take what you did today, right, and do better with it tomorrow. As good as you did today with it, how much better can you do tomorrow with it? And take what you did yesterday and do better with it today, because we're living in the present moment right now, right?
Yeah.
So, taking what we did, taking what we do, and applying that tomorrow to help ourselves be better, and then also fulfill others to do better and influence others to do better and motivate others to do better. It's all about discipline, man.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's deep, right?
Yeah.
So,
that's so good.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
No, that's great. I mean, and I mean that the goodness I'm saying in that is, yes, are those things true? Yes, they are. Are you embodying them in what you're doing? Yeah, I'm learning that right now. You're embodying that, but then that carries through into the thing. Like the whole thing that amazes me about Casa Hacienda is that every time I've gone, there's like this pedigree of commitment that shows up. And I don't know everybody there. I know a few people there. I don't know 90% of the people there. But then like I meet somebody new, or I'm talking with somebody I do know, and like, oh, you know who you should meet? Boom. And it's like another pedigree person. And like, that's all. It's part of why I'm so excited for Saturday the 31st.
Yeah.
But I mean, I met you there.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, look, our business relationship and personal friendship that's because of being there at some point too.
Yeah.
And I think going into something like this, expectant to meet someone that is of super high quality and standard, that should be what we expect for people that are community driven and also very purposeful in what they're doing.
Right.
So then when we show up and what we say we do and what we do match, that continuity and that congruence builds super ultimate trust, and then you can actually have sustainability moving forward.
Absolutely. And I mean, that was my first Casa event I had ever attended.
Yeah.
I didn't know 99.99999% of the people over there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you came, hey, you look like me. Here's my card.
Exactly. That's how it worked out, right? That's how we're here right now. So,
yeah.
So building on that, honestly, and that's how we meet and network properly, right? Intentionally. That wasn't an event to just celebrate a celebration because of the winter soiree.
Yeah.
That was far extended beyond that. That was how you close out the year, 2025, and start off the new year with better networking, individuals and organizations that want to do the right thing with you.
Yeah.
And we're trying to reduce silos here, man.
Yeah.
because everybody wants to just
Man.
work on their own. We can't do this alone.
Yeah.
We can't do any of this alone.
Well, I mean, so you're on a panel, I'm on a panel, and I'm talking to other media people that you might, on the outside, people watching on this, on their whatever screen they're watching, might go, oh, they're competitors. There's no way.
No.
I can't record everybody. I can't have everybody in here. Like, you got to have the print media. You got to have the podcast people. You got to have the media, the TV people. You got to have the radio people. Like, my friend Gavin has this awesome analogy when people talk about making content for business. They're like, well, everyone's already doing it. He goes, what happens when you turn the radio on? Aren't there like a bunch of stations? They're all different. They might be all music on FM. It might all be talk on AM, but aren't there a lot of different ones you could tune into? I'm like, that's a great point right there.
That is a great point. That is a great point. And that's how we identify pain points together, right? And then we grow together. This isn't about what you do or what I do, or what one organization does, or how another organization is doing something different.
Mm-hmm.
It's doing the right thing by identifying the right things that the community needs, or that individual needs, or your constituent needs, so that way we can adapt that and make them that much better. Because at the end of the day, if we're not identifying the right things, we're not prioritizing what we're doing.
Man,
you feel me on that,
dude? This is like, hey, someone's getting their MBA right now. You're getting a 101 class is about to get to 201, 301 super quick.
No,
I mean, but you're saying this from having a lot of experience and also, again, being this in all places all the time. I can totally see that. And by the way, if you haven't caught on by now, this is who you're going to show up and talk to when he's talking on Saturday. It's going to be like this. It's going to be like this. So bring your seatbelt.
Yeah, that part.
Let's talk about that real quick. So what is it you're going to be sharing, educating, and teaching people about when you're doing your discussion on Saturday, 31st?
Man, whatever anybody wants to talk about, I'm here to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm driven. I'm purpose. This is all about purpose, right? And what I'm there to do is talk about behavioral health, talk about mental well-being, talk about how, you know, important it is to identify individuals, whether it's your neighbor or family or a friend or someone that is unhoused, and not just pass by, right? Don't just pass by a grocery store. Somebody needs that help that's sitting on the corner. I know everybody's got different opinions about certain situations, but you best believe that's someone's brother, that's someone's son, that's someone's child at one point, that's someone, you don't know that person's story. So when you identify Pacific Health Group and identify the work that we do, and we can actually grow together by identifying and not just passing by, right? Because we got to break that stuff down. How many times you walk into a grocery store and you see individuals on the side with a sign? Some people have children next to them, and you have 100 people walking by and not one person stops by and says, hi, how can I help you?
Right.
Instead of giving them $1, the best thing you can give them is good health care, right? Yes, we get it. Systems are broken. We know the systems are broken. Healthcare system is broken, but I'm here to fix that. I'm here to do what it takes. We're here to do what it takes as an organization to make it better. It doesn't have to be complicated, guys. It doesn't. People like to complicate things. People need to stop being selfish, and they need to step up and do the right thing. And they need to identify when people need help and not just say, I need to stay 6 feet away from that person. No, you know, you could break bread with that person because that person at the end of the night does not have a place to stay or probably does really need food. But at the same time, you can provide all that stuff. But if you're not providing what they really, really will need to thrive with a care plan, enhanced care management, something, you know, services that we provide, right? You know, an extension to those services, community supports, behavioral health services, you know, legal aid, work, right? Talk about that stuff, educational factors too. But nobody can hold down a job. Nobody can hold down going to school if they don't got their mind right.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
There's no way you can get around that. So cognitive health is one of the topics that we'll be talking about during Casa Sur.
Yeah.
And that's how we think on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
But, you know, we have to maintain that consistency of thinking.
Yeah.
on a positive manner,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even though we're all human, right?
But you're saying you got to be proactive about
You
it.
got to be proactive
Yeah.
about it. You know, just because something doesn't go right at one moment during the day doesn't mean you can't end your day right still.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean the whole day was bad or whatever. Or like, yeah, that one moment or that
Right.
situation might have been tough, but it doesn't mean the whole thing goes to crap.
So I
Yeah.
think the most important thing I'll be talking about is just how we can work together, how we can reduce the silos, how we need to break the stigma and help communities open up more, right?
Love all that.
And talk about the importance of getting your mind right so you can get everything else right. Because if you can't get your mind right, you can't get your money right.
Man.
Right or wrong?
Yeah, no,
You know,
100%.
We got to stay focused. We got to do what we got to do to, you know, first off, you know, I'm a big believer of if you want to feel good, you got to look good,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if you want to look good, you got to do good, right? There's a lot of different analogies behind that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in order to do good in life,
Mm-hmm.
you have to think good.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only way you move in life.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't think right, if you don't start your mornings off right, if you don't do the right thing for yourself, if you don't do something right for someone, like I'm telling you, man, people that walk by grocery stores or the red lights and they see people that need help and they don't care,
Mm-hmm.
they're just not doing the right thing. I'm just keeping it straight up at this point.
As your mind is, your life goes also.
As your life is your mind life. Yes, yes, correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So before I forget to ask, what is the best way for people to, obviously we want people to register, come to the event, meet them in person, but the description box for the tickets are in the description, the link to the ticket purchase is in the description box below, but I want to put your company information as well. So let's tell everybody, where can they find you guys online?
All right. Pacific Health Group. We have a couple different ways you can stay connected. So the first way is always our website, www.mypacifichealth.com. You can scroll down to click on become a member, or just kind of scroll around the website and take a look and see what we got going on and what services we provide. And there's multiple referral pathways and ways to stay connected. Besides that, of course, we have our 888 toll-free number you can call, which is 888-441-3449. You can stay connected on that end. There's another way as well. You can reach us via email at info@mypacifichealth.com. And if you ever need me to come out, I have a live iPad. I'll come out and work with you guys and hear your story. We're not here to just enroll people. We're here to hear you guys out. We're here to do what we need to do to make things better for you and your family and our neighborhoods and our community, so we can help them rise together. This is important work, and we can't do this alone. So that's what we do, and that's how we do what we do.
Awesome, man. This is so good. I am so glad you came in today. Thank you for being here with me. I'm so glad that we met at the Winter Soiree.
Likewise.
I'm going to spend the whole day with y'all on Saturday as well, on the 31st. Come up and say hi to Ronnie. Come say hi to me, and let's continue doing this good for people in the neighborhood. Give them the help they need. Please consider bringing someone you know and love and care about to Casa Hacienda on Saturday the 31st. If you're getting a ticket for yourself, and you've seen any of this series of interviews that are relating to the types of help that people in your life need, please, I implore you, please bring them with you to the event. You're going to meet wonderful people just like Ronnie there, who have a heart and a purpose dedicated to help serving others in our communities.
I will add on that, if you may, why this event matters, to be honest with you guys. This isn't about fixing people. It's about restoring people, right? It's intentional. It's human. It's grounded in connection. And this isn't a one-day event. This event is intended to extend throughout our lives, right? So this is the way we build on this event, is to take this information that we present you at the event and honestly just do the right thing and get the help that you need, the help that you deserve. Or if you know somebody that needs the help, get them in touch with us. You're doing the right thing if you do, and you're changing somebody's life too. So, you know what I'm saying?
I do. I totally do. What a great ending, man. Strong outro. Thanks, Ronnie.
Appreciate it.
Look forward to spending all day with you. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you there.